Welcome to Good to Know, where we explore the fascinating mysteries of the mind, body, and world around us. Today's question is something that might make you question everything you think you know. Why can't we trust our memories? We like to think of memory as a kind of video recorder. Something that captures events exactly as they happened and stores them safely for future playback. But the truth is very different. Your memories are not perfect recordings. They are dynamic, fragile, and surprisingly easy to change. Today, we'll uncover why your memories aren't as reliable as you think, and what that means for how you see yourself, your relationships, and the world. When you experience something, a birthday party, a conversation, a major life event, your brain doesn't simply record it like a camera. Instead, it breaks the experience down into pieces. Sights, sounds, emotions, physical sensations. These pieces are processed in different parts of the brain, like the hippocampus, the amygdala, and the prefrontal cortex. Later, when you try to remember the event, your brain reconstructs those pieces like a puzzle. It pulls fragments from different areas, fills in gaps with assumptions, and rebuilds the story in a way that feels coherent. But every time you reconstruct a memory, tiny errors can creep in. Over time, these small changes can add up until your memory drifts far from what actually happened. Scientists call this phenomenon reconstructive memory. It's not a bug in the system. It's actually a feature. By reconstructing memories, the brain can adapt to changing circumstances, focus on emotional meaning, and integrate new information into old experiences. The downside: accuracy sometimes gets sacrificed for coherence. Even memories we feel absolutely sure about, vivid, emotional ones, aren't necessarily more accurate. In fact, emotional memories can be especially prone to distortion. These flashbulb memories, like where you were when a major event happened, feel crystal clear, but studies show they often contain just as many errors as ordinary memories. We mistake confidence for accuracy, which can be deeply misleading. Experiments have shown just how easy it is to implant false memories. In a famous study by psychologist Elizabeth Loftus, participants were shown doctored photographs from their childhood, images that had been subtly edited to show them at events that never actually happened. Astonishingly, many participants came to remember these fictional events in vivid detail, even adding extra facts and emotions that were completely invented by their own minds. If a fake photo can create a detailed but false memory, think about how everyday conversations, suggestions, media exposure, or even our own imaginations can reshape what we think we remember. Another reason our memories are unreliable is because we don't store every detail equally. Our brains are wired to prioritize certain types of information, especially things related to survival, emotional intensity, and personal meaning. Small, ordinary details, like what someone was wearing or the exact sequence of events, often get compressed, generalized, or overwritten by the emotional highlights. Memory is also shaped by the passage of time. As time passes, memories decay, gaps form, and rather than leaving those gaps empty, your brain tends to fill them in with plausible guesses. Sometimes, it even borrows pieces from other memories, movies, dreams, or stories other people told. You're blending them together into a new memory that feels authentic but isn't. Social influences play a powerful role too. Talking with others about an event can change what you remember. Hearing someone else's version of a story can cause you to unconsciously adopt their details into your own memory. This phenomenon is known as memory conformity, and it can lead entire groups of people to share distorted recollections of the same event. Another surprising fact: the mere act of recalling a memory can make it more vulnerable to change. When you remember something, the memory briefly becomes unstable, a process called reconsolidation. During this window, new information, suggestions, or emotions can alter the memory before it's stored again. You aren't just pulling a memory out of storage. You're rewriting it, sometimes without even realizing it. Our beliefs, expectations, and emotions also color our memories. If you believe someone is trustworthy, you're more likely to remember their actions in a positive light. If you expect a situation to be threatening, you're more likely to recall negative details if they didn't really happen. In this way, memory isn't just about the past. It's constantly shaped by the present. The consequences of faulty memory can be serious. In the legal system, eyewitness testimony has been shown to be surprisingly unreliable, even when witnesses are confident. Mistaken memories have led to wrongful convictions, shattered lives, and deep miscarriages of justice. On a personal level, faulty memories can influence relationships. We might misremember what someone said, misunderstand their intentions, or hold on to grievances based on distorted recollections. Memory isn't just a personal diary, it's the foundation of identity, relationships, and trust. But it's not all bad news. Our memory's flexibility also has upsides. It allows us to heal from trauma, reframe painful experiences, and adapt to changing circumstances. Memories aren't frozen. They're living, breathing parts of who we aren't. They evolve along with us. So how can we make our memories more reliable? While no method is foolproof, there are ways to strengthen memory accuracy. First, pay attention. The more attentively you experience something, the better you encode it in the first place. Distractions during an event make it harder to remember later. Second, write things down. Recording important details soon after an experience can help fix them more firmly in your mind. Third, be cautious about discussing memories with others before forming your own detailed recollection. Talking with others too soon can unintentionally alter your memory through suggestion. Finally, stay humble about your memories. Recognize that just because something feels vivid or certain doesn't necessarily mean it's accurate. Memory is powerful, but it's not perfect. Understanding the fragility of memory doesn't have to be depressing. In fact, it can be empowering. It reminds us to be patient with ourselves and others. It helps us forgive honest mistakes. And it pushes us to seek multiple perspectives, double-check facts, and stay curious about the stories we tell ourselves. Our memories aren't perfect movies of our lives. They're creative, evolving narratives. They blend truth and imagination, fact and feeling, past and present. And in a way, that's part of the beauty of being human. Have you ever discovered that one of your vivid memories turned out to be wrong? Or had a memory change over time without you realizing it? Share your story in the comment side. Love to hear how memory has surprised you. If this video gave you a new way to think about your mind, like it, subscribe to Good to Know for more fascinating insights into how we live, feel, and think. And hit the bell so you don't miss any of the mysteries we're going to explore next. Memory shapes who we are, but even our most precious memories are still works in progress.